and it's such a beautiful map to watch and play. I know it's not your favorite one, but I've definitely fallen in love with it, especially the changes over the past couple of years on it. It's turned into something great, and we are going to be diving into the first match here on Vertigo, the first best of one. We've got plenty of action today, and well, to kick it off, we have HSG versus the one and only NAVI Javelins.
ESL Impact, baby. Get in my face. So excited here for this very first game on Vertigo. And Olga, we said it, she is the aggressive queen and she's posturing.
Yeah, sitting down to ramp. This is such a crucial place to hold your stance. The shots come out, but she falls vicu. Of course, going to be coming in for the first kill of this event behind sandbags. The flash comes through, but she's easily there anyway. GFI and Co, they're going to have to back off. Argent, Smoke going to be blocking her vision, but GFI has the angle held down, peeking on through, but there's going to be a barrage of players. She finds one. Can she find the second one? She peeks on through. No, the double players come through. Easy kills for them. Jagger coming through as well. Spray through the smoke. Not going to get a kill, but the damage is done. The bomb planted. vicu holding up the rear. Onto Wrap the headshot. LETi. Absolutely beautiful onto Hazel and Argent out of nowhere. 1v4 turns into 1v2. Can we start this off with a bang? Kit picked up. That is the detail I wanted to see. It's planted. Not for her. Lane is going to be peeking out in the moment. This is not a good position. vicu and LETi comes through. That's exactly it. NAVI coming out with Spice.
Yeah, for like half a second there, I'm like, surely they peek this. There's no way they think this is a fake. But they do swing it. They swing it together quite nicely. I enjoyed the thought process behind that. You send out Olga quite deep towards ramp. She gets information, hopefully a first pick-off, but she's caught up by vicu. And of all players to run into on ramp, it had to be vicu. And unfortunately, she doesn't have time to get back to the rest of her team. And the rest of the team are playing so passive. It's just so difficult to restabilize.
We just saw an absolute brutal headshots coming out there from Argon. Absolutely great. Excited to see how the rest of them play. Going into this next round, there's not really too much we can expect from HSG there. They weren't able to get enough damage done onto Navi. Navi will be able to get that bomb down. It's coming into here. Solid buy. Mac 10s, Galils is exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, those Mac 10s can be so brutal. And look at where Angelga's postured as well.
Oh, okay. Damage, but no kill. USB is going to be coming out in tandem, but back and forth. It's going to be the Galil. Lina going to be able to find two, but nah. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to go on her way, but no, she gets slaughtered. Over towards the other side, though, B. We do have two players going through to get plant. vicu holding up the rear, making sure they don't get backstabbed. Good detail to hold on to. But Galil, Mac 10 in the hands now of HSG. It's at least something for them to hang on to. And at this point, probably not worth even going for this.
No, I mean, you came into this round with absolutely nothing. The fact that you're able to pick up 2 guns here, that's going to save you some cash into the next round. 100%, you take this save. You hold on to those weapons. And, I mean, this is a great round for HSG considering what they came in with. 2 deaths from Navi's side means they're going to have to reinvest into their bonus round. And while that might not mean too much if Navi continue on their streak, if HSG are able to snag a round, that's going to make all the difference in the world. Oh, vicu's hunting. vicu taken down! That's so big, Tom!
That's even more damage done across. And yeah, she only had a Mac 10, but still, that's something. That means this bonus round is going to be so expensive. So we're going to be seeing a lot more AKs come through. So if we see HSG be able to take down, I don't know, 2, 3 players, that's really going to damage the bonus round and also actually open up for them to take the win and stop that conversion of the bonus round.
Well, what that does tell me is that Navi are feeling very confident sending vicu out on that exploratory mission with a Mac 10. They didn't even give her one of the Galils. They were like, you might die, you might not die, you might get a kill. Go see what happens. So yeah, losing that means reinvestment is that little bit bigger. But HSG, Argent.
She's going to be able to get the first kill though. Hancock just cut off lone. She had no support system and her lifeline was cut off. Good start. Advantage straight into HSG's hands. Exactly what we want to see. Now it slows down as Navi. They need to recollect themselves. Hank going down that early is not a position you want to be on. If we look at HSG's buy, this is looking really healthy for them. Lots of utility, lots of rifles. GFI is in a good counter position as well. Have a play a little bit more aggressed up. Waiting to see if anyone's going to be playing more aggressive. Here comes the Molotovs. The execution. This player, she's going to be playing around the boxes, but no, slaughtered LETi. Great entry coming through, but GFI going in for the trade, going to be able to find one, but takes a little bit of damage, re-peaks only to her own demise. Hazel there to recollect and trade off. Famas in hand. See if this French can win this round. They're going to be holding the angle as well. vicu, the bomb's not down yet. There's only 2 of the players. 2v3 is not their advantage, especially when the player's going to be falling down. But vicu, of course, takes down one, almost another. But from the sidelines, OLGA on the flank gets the kill. That has got to feel so good.
I love that flank. I was watching her positioning and I was like, all right, OLGA, you know, that first round aggression didn't really work out. So what is the potential change up here? And as soon as the movement starts heading over towards that B site, she goes on that flank. And honestly, vicu, last player left alive, there's so much possibility there for her to clutch that out, particularly with OLGA away from the team. But the timing comes through so perfectly, and that's a round on the board here for HSG. And that's what we were talking about, that economy, right? Off the back of so many deaths on the force round, Na'Vi now only have 2 rifles into this one.
Yeah, they definitely are on the back foot right now. If they can convert this over, maybe there's something they can obviously fall in with. And OLGA through the smoke, she has to back off, no bullets. There's going to be that. Backing her up with the Glil in hand. Playing aggressive up towards ramp here is just such a crucial play on Vertigo. If you don't make it known that you are able to be dominant on here, you're going to fall very short. Here comes the aggressive play again from OLGA. They know exactly where she is. LETi peeks around the corner. No real damage real traded off. He was the only one to have been shot as of yet, down to 57 HP. Deagles in hands. These guns are spicy, very scary. Especially on these angles now. Just dodges that bullet. Rotation looking to come on through as they look to switch things up, realizing that they weren't able to get that entry over towards that ramp, so now they have to look elsewhere.
Yeah, HSG gave up a lot of space towards the ramp position, but it does seem to have worked out. Na'Vi feeling a little nervous, make her way over towards the B site, and Argent's position here could be instrumental.
Oh, Argent, such a good position, but unable to convert it. Takes so much damage and falls, and GFI, A1 in hand, does a lot of damage, but going to be out of bullets in a couple of moments. There you go, finds one. Her backups here, Hazel, Famas in hand, and GFI doesn't even need all that much help. Pulls out another kill. vicu, Deagle in hand. Not able to pick up a rifle as of yet. Hazel's going to be facing off against Lena, who isn't on 4 HP, so this gives that rifle even more versatility as she peeks on around the corner, but no, going to be falling way too short, unable to get the kill. Now OLGA, there are last 2 left alive, going in for the spray. It's going to be OLGA with one, going in for the second one! Oh. There we go! She starts it off again with a bang.
And this is what we wanted to see from this player. You know, we had a couple of concerns, but she is absolutely performing here. I will say, very expensive round for HSG, considering what they were up against. Upgraded pistols and 2 rifles. You expect them to come out of that round a lot more healthily. Now, of course, that was in essence a bonus, so the reinvest isn't the end of the world, but if you take a look at the cash, because these rounds have been so close, you got Hazel all the way down to $0. This is a very precarious position, and this round is super important for both teams in terms of long-term cash.
I mean, there's been multiple rounds where the bomb hasn't gone down. That's extra cash out of the pocket. So losing the rounds, yeah, that sucks. But if you're able to at least get the bomb down, helps your economy and tries to, you know, try and keep it afloat. First initial, yeah, OLGA just playing aggressive. I would say this round definitely looks like, obviously, it should be HSG's, but we said that before. It has gone the other way. Glocks can bring a little bit of change, but it's going to be difficult. No util. If they can get the bomb down, be great. But I think that's going to be such a big ask. The defense over towards B has been so brutal. And Hazel going to be meeting head on to these players in towards the mid, spots them out, does an initial bit of damage, backs off, doesn't get over eager. Waits for her teammates to hold on. She switches up position, finds one, but it's going to be OLGA with 3. And to clean up the house, it's going to be GFI. Easy round. They don't even have anything to worry about.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, coming through with all of their weapons still intact. It's going to save them a little bit of cash long run. And OLGA with those opening kills, I mean, she wasn't even playing ridiculously aggressive, right? And I think that this is one of the coolest changes we've seen with her coming into the HSG roster. She's not playing ridiculous, right? It's that controlled chaos. She'll take a bit of space, but she'll pull back when necessary. She's not being overly confident, overly aggressive. And of course, you know you're playing against NAVI Javelins, so you have to be that little bit more careful. And now with a full buy on board for NAVI, it gets that much more difficult.
Oh, GFI, she's just pushed so aggressive down ramp, but this is a known play. Her teammate's going to be backing her up, and she just pushes down, finds one, but LETi going in for the trade. Lena with another one onto OLGA. All of a sudden, HSG, they're down 2 players. They found one, but that is not a 2-for-1 you want to be taking.
And if the trades favor CTs, then, or rather Ts, then you already know that having a player advantage is absolutely unreal. And now, of course, NAVI just going to slow things down a little bit. Don't need to be unnecessarily aggressive. Try and take some of that space. They've got some players positioned in really good spots for potential lurks as well. So at the moment, I mean, they have the run of the map.
Yeah, being down 2 players on Vertigo is so brutal. Argon going to be in a perfect position, finds one. Molly goes down. Looking to deny the bomb plant, but coming around the corner, it's going to be Angelica finding the kill. At this point, I know it's super early, but unless you're able to find a kill right away, with the bomb going down, you're going to be having very little time to face off against this player. And Hazel around the side, trying to find anything there as well. Some shots going to be ringing out there on the close corner, but Lena finds a head. Hazel with a nice trade-off, turning the corner, gets a double. A1 picked up 20 bullets in the magazine as well. This is the clutch. If she can pull this out of the bag, it'd be absolutely huge. 1v1. Angelica doesn't quite realize the bomb is being held, but turns up at the last moment and clutches it out of the bag. The smile on her face. That's exactly what you want to be delivering.
Oh, that was so close. Down to the wire. I've actually been really impressed with some of these clutch moments, some of these multi-kills. Like, HSG really putting up a serious fight here and keeping these rounds so close. I'm not sure NAVI were expecting to get pushed this hard. And the fact that we just keep going back and forth, right? We talk about how that's affecting the economy. Now, however, Hazel's got that AWP in her hands. I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to make with that one. Na'Vi again in a bit of a force here. Losing this round could be devastating for them.
Hazel playing super aggressive here, AWP in hand, but she's waiting. She knows better. Still takes a lot though. Still alive, and that's what matters. The smoke is in a good position for her right now. Molly goes down as well, burning out that position. Now they can know that it's a little bit clearer. Olga going to be playing double up here. Argon over towards B, finds one. That's going to be Hanka. The lurker found and dropped down. Hazel, good position. They're going to flash it out. Peek on through. The shot's it's missed. Hazel, the first op shot of today. That's lost to the void. They're going to be pushing up ramp. She has to read into this. They're going to be peeking around the corner. Lena silently does it. Ever so quietly peeking around over towards the site. She is spotted. Hazel's able to back out of this as well, but up in towards mid. They're going to be playing aggressive. And she had to find that kill, but she can't. Olga, this aggression. This is exactly what we've been talking about. She's led her team forward, found a kill, and Hanka lost as well, who's currently sitting on 0 for 6. The bomb does go down. The molly's going to be raining through, but the bomb has been planted. Retake scenario still going to be in play. vicu perfect position, but drops down. Now looking to back away. The bomb is planted for them. 5v3. vicu peeking on through. Spray hits. Neo's dropped down, and LETi with the Galil finds one. Eventually going to get traded out, but does initial damage. And Lena going to be pushing down this walkway as well, trying to find this initial kill. The bomb is looking to get defused, but it gets denied in the last moment. And now Argon left in a 1v1. She started off this match so fantastically, and also this round, she goes aggressive. She can't defuse the bomb now, and she also can't live. vicu, the absolute beast, gets the clutch.
Navi's ability to stabilize in a 3 versus 5 situation. Honestly, it's a bit of a misplay from HSG. I feel like maybe a lack of communication, because Navi being able to get the bomb down at all is already huge, right? And it's that extra cash we spoke about. It makes a massive difference. And then the fact that 3v5, just spraying through smokes, I feel like HSG play very passive. We talk about, playing the advantage. And sometimes you need to swing out. You need to try and take some of that space. They play behind. They try and hide behind the smokes. They try and obscure vision a little bit more. But when you know where that bomb is planted, and a team like NAVI, they're going to spray down that exact spot, and they're going to stop it.
Yeah, one of the things we have to consider there was the fact that obviously Hazel backed up, so did LETi. They just let them onto the site, and they kind of just fell back, which I do appreciate and understand. They played into the retake scenario, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. So maybe if Hazel had played a little bit more aggressive, taken a a note out of Olga's book, they had some room to play with. The fact that they had the woman advantage, they could have held on to that ramp a little bit longer, I think. Yeah.
And of course, that's a tight spot here for HSG. Back down onto just a couple of upgraded pistols. And they're coming into yet another force from NAVI. So NAVI haven't quite stabilized just yet economically. But I don't think this is going to be the round where HSG bring it back. It's been back and forth, but...
Oh, Hanka, you can't miss those shots. She does so much damage. 87 points of damage to Hazel, but no kill. The bomb does go down, but it's at least a rifle in the hands of the opposition at the moment. More damage could be done to try and equalize this economy and stabilize it for the side of HSG. More damage done. vicu down to 52. Opens it up even more for this Galil, but peeking around the corner. It's going to be the Galil player. Dropped And, well, didn't really stand much of a chance. 1 kill, you know, that's more than I expected. And unfortunately, Hanka, she's done the old James Bond.
Oh, no,
Almost.
Tom.
Almost.
Don't point that out.
I'm going to do it.
That's terrible. Yeah, I mean, as you say, right, we didn't expect terribly much to come out of that round. 1 kill, that at least helps slightly, but we're getting to that point now where it could become a little bit of a runaway. We do have the AWP on the board here for vicu, and this is where things get extra terrifying, I suppose, for
Oh!
No! Hanka!
I respect the play. I respect it.
It's okay, nobody saw.
But no
nobody
dice.
saw.
Yes, it's not on LAN, nothing at all. And, well, then it's through the smoke finds one. That's going to be OLGA dropped. I love that boost, and I respect the hell out of anyone who's going to play it. So, good attempt. Not quite this time around, though. They do manage to get the initial kill on OLGA, so that's going to make up for it. Taking out a star player like her, she's done so much damage to them as well. Pushing up over towards B, it's going to be Argent peeking around the corner. Flash comes out, but there's no dice, unable to find anything. Second one's going to be coming through. Hazel, fantastic team partner here. Going to be able to look to find one, but LETi out of the cupboard finds the kill, but Hazel with the trade-off. Exactly what she was positioned there to do. 3v3. And at the moment, I mean, Navi have had to give up over towards B and back off. They know Hazel's over there. I know that GFI is going to be lurking around as well, waiting for them to approach. And down mid we go. GFI is going to be meeting head on with them as well. Lena's going to have to clean these angles, but not fast enough. Loses her head, loses her cool, and now 2v3 with one of the players on 4 HP, Sam.
I love how I came into this. I was like, yeah, I don't think this is going to be the round where HSG turn around. And then Hanka accidentally throws herself off the map and gives the advantage over to HSG. And I'm like, it's a bit rough, but we've seen them do more with less.
Oh, the bomb. If this can get planted, this will help out the economy massively. The molly goes out. Looking to deny it. vicu with 4 HP. She's going to be holding it. She knows she needs this. She burns down to 36 HP. But she's alive. And the bomb's down. This is huge. It's not over yet. Trying to get down in towards ramp as well. Gets the shot. Hazel sent back in. Denied. The smoke's gone through.
No.
The shots ring out through. GFI falls, and now it's a 1-on-1. 4 HP on one and 36 on the other. Neo's going to be peeking around the corner, but the shot, it's missed. Not like this. God, she tried. From the run boost to the bomb plant, Navi played that fantastically, but not as well as HSG.
From after the run boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't count that part of it. I'll be honest, the retakes have been very, very messy from HSG, and it feels like it's partially a sight issue, but partially... Oh, no. Whee! Why would you do that? Why would you... Moments of brilliance. That's so terrible. Yeah, I mean, okay, that was a moment of brilliance. Angelica does so well with that AWP, and she's not even the primary AWPer. But yeah, so retakes have been really, really tough. It feels like they're struggling to coordinate their positioning well, and they even when they have a 5-player or a 2-player advantage.
Oh, Hazel, AWP in hand, blinded, but it doesn't matter. She timed it perfectly, gets the kill. Hanker's below her, but Argan's there to blow up the side as well. You know, she's positioned herself in a decent spot. Oh, OLGA, she's seen her, goes over the spray. Absolutely decimates her there, not cleaned out that angle. Right off the bat, Navi, down 2 players. And remember, this is a best of 1. Obviously, if Navi loses, they have to go down. And the boost. Anger, she's right next to another player. She gets the kill! Finally gets on the board. And she can play aggressive. Hazel with the flash going to be coming through over towards Electric, because at the moment, she's not going to see the cross. She's not there. Hazel now around the other side waiting. Seeing anything's going to show itself. GFI fools LETi with the kill. Hazel so crucial here. Finds one. Takes it down to a 2-on-3. In their advantage, the bomb being planted. From very few plants at the start, and now to pretty much every round. They're doing such a good job on Navi's side. Can they stop this from being an equalizer? vicu, AWP in hand. Hits the shot. OLGA goes down. That's the aggressive player right off the bat. Electric player pushing as well. Peeking around the corner. The bomb hit. Not so bomb flames. Dude, tickle them. That flick. AWP on AWP situation. Hazel 1v2 finds the first. Flicks around the corner. Misses it though. So close, but between the legs, and LETi clutches it out. 6-4, but it's so close.
I mean, honestly, beating up vicu in the AWP 1v1 there is pretty damn impressive in and of itself. Well done there. I mean, she's actually been quite good with the AWP. So we'll see if that can continue through a little bit later on. But yeah, again, retake scenarios, right? This is where HSG really struggle. If they want to get back some of that control, they need to start denying bomb plants entirely, and that in itself is difficult because NAVI Javelins, they're out to win, right? And the fact that they've conceded this many rounds is honestly impressive for HSG.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good. And obviously, there are weaknesses that we are seeing, and I'm worried about that on their T side. But OLGA, this is not the first time that she has counter-caught this player off guard, Lena. It was exactly the previous round she was able to find the kill on her as well. That's a rifle over to their hands. vicu's got the AWP again. That was picked up last round after she died. 6-4. I'd like to see Na'Vi, if they want to try and take this convincingly, I want to see them get at least 9 rounds on the board, because I just have a feeling Olga's going to be coming through on the T side, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the position that she would excel best at when she's got a little bit more space to work with. I mean, I was looking at her opening duel. She's only been in like 2 so far. CT side things, man.
Well, B execution it is. vicu, LETi, smokes galore. Molly's going to be following as well. Flashes. Jelic's going to be the key player here, pushing on through. The smoke comes through as well as the flashes. She spots out a play, hits the head drop, peeking around. OLGA, not today, sent packing. Almost a triple, but LETi picks up 2, and Hanka onto the final player. Almost a clean round, aside from Lena getting dropped at the start via the 5-7 of OLGA. 7 rounds. And HSG struggling a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, Hanka's definitely having a bit of a rough day, right? So we're hopefully she'll be able to pick that up as this game goes on. We haven't got a lot of time left, though. But thankfully, I mean, you've got players like Lena and LETi who are performing out of their minds, and HSG scrambling to try and keep a foothold.
OLGA playing aggressive. This is crucial. Hanka going to be able to get trade off as Argent's going to be falling, but they're not going to expect it. No, never mind. Hanka, headshot. OLGA shut down and the site open. Hazel's looking to try and close the gap and deny the space that obviously we are seeing Na'Vi take. Jericho has been boosted up, decent position as well, but they slow their game down. They know they've got time. They've also got the advantage in player count. Hanka's going to be playing aggressive, just waiting, sitting in this cupboard at the moment. Hazel, as long as she doesn't get over eager, she should be able to stay alive. If she falls, I think that'll probably end up being the round over. So I don't think GFI is going to be able to bring it back fast enough. Let's see. Up towards the ramp. Lena as well, going to be on scaffolding. Going searching. This time they are going to be clearing out the cement bags. Exactly what you want to be seeing from them. And they're around the corner as well. Smoke's going to be coming through, looking to deny this. A little bit of wall damage. Nothing to write home about, but over towards B. Hazel almost loses their life, but claps back, and Hanka is dropped. Like I said, if Hazel had gone down, I think that would have been the round, but no. They stay afloat. Just. This site, A, still going to be under contention. Lena going to be peeking around the corner, aiming towards the spots. Around the corner she goes. A trade comes in, and, well, Hazel, 9 HP. That's the clutch of 1v2. Information should be out as to where she is at. Lena on the site at the moment. Some shots ring out. 9 HP. This is not the one in the headshots. There we go.
Love that excitement. Probably worth noting, we've only seen HSG save 1 round, and that was the round where it was round 2. They obviously couldn't buy in, and they managed to yoink 2 of the guns from Navi's force. And since then, they haven't attempted to try and save, to try and stabilize their economy a little bit more, and it's turning into a bit of a runaway train. I still think that maybe they'll have a bit of a better performance on that T side just because of OLGA, but you got to think they need to have taken some advantage of this CT side, and so far it's been. It started off back and forth, but Na'Vi have stabilized so well. There's just been so little opportunity for HSG here.
Yeah, I mean, those 4 rounds were pretty good, but it's just been pretty lackluster since then. I'd really love to see them be able to bring it back and have a little bit more of a convincing CT side, because at the moment, if they only go through with 4 rounds rather, I just don't know if I can see it happening for them.
And the other concern I have is that, so there was 1 rifle left at the end of that round, 4 HP in a dream, attempt to go for it. Now, OLGA has bought into a hero rifle. Like, they could have tried to keep that hero rifle from the previous round, and then they wouldn't have had to make that spend. So now they're actually forcing in, and that could put Olga in a really tight spot into the next round. And we're so close to that last round and a half as well.
I mean, if I'm to be honest, they came in here to try and obviously make a statement. If they could knock NAVI down, it'd be absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at that trophy.
Look at that trophy. Speaking of absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Hager was exactly on point with her comment. Not going to repeat it, but she was exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, HSG still have a chance. Even they can just use this as a warm-up into the next game.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's where that kind of my mind is sitting at the moment. But Hazel, GFI, Lena, LETi, these are all very experienced players on both sides. So it could go anyway. I mean, NAVI could trip up. They're almost at the golden 9th round, which I talked about.
Yeah.
Timeout coming through. Obviously had a bit of a tech issue there, but we're back in and waiting to go. It's HSG calling it out. And I think part of the conversation has to be what you were saying is they haven't saved.
Yep. I will say that Olga does not seem to have that rifle, so that might have been part of the tech thing. Maybe, I don't know. But that's a good thing. Trying to hold on to some of that cash. That's probably the best position that they could be in right now. Just trying to get themselves a little bit more done in this half. And I mean, I'm looking at the rest of their brackets, and this is by far the most difficult game that they're going to play in the best of one phases. But I mean, they're still coming up against Black Dragons, B4. I mean, they weren't even able to beat B4 the last time. They took one map. So it's still very much an uphill battle no matter what happens here. And well, they're going to need to just maintain some of that confidence, I suppose.
Well, back into the game we go. There's only a few rounds left here, Sam. 3 rounds in total. To wait and see if... might be another tech issue here, so we might be going back. We'll have to wait and see. But Vertigo, I'm actually pretty happy it's this one. It was either this map or it was going to be Ancient or Inferno. If it was Inferno, I think NAVI definitely would have sent an even harder message over towards the side of HSG. But this one, I think, because of the complexity of it, it gives HSG a small opening here.
This is the thing, right? The best chance HSG was going to have map-wise was Overpass, and that was never going to happen, because that was always the insta-ban for NAVI. So, and then you look at like Inferno and Nuke, and NAVI have played both of those maps only 3 times and won them twice. So those are like the chinks in the armor, because every other map is at 100% win rates. So yeah, I mean, best chances would have been Inferno and Nuke, and I think maybe the Vertigo was the float because it's the one they've only played once. So that's maybe the thought process there, like, all right, this is a map they don't really play often. We've played it before, we've done well on it before, so maybe this is where we try to take it. And as we saw, right, it started off pretty close, pretty back and forth, but NAVI have managed to stabilize. And even though in a few of the rounds they do lose a few of those players, I love her, she's so beautiful. Even though, you know, they still do sometimes lose quite a few of those players or whatever, they maintain stability, they maintain momentum, and these are some of the biggest, most important factors to have.
Such good energy. I absolutely love it. And I mean, let's just briefly talk about it. Even the small bit of, like, obviously the road which HSG had to come here through the wildcard stage.
Yeah. And
having a new player on the board, obviously Olga, it must have been difficult. And obviously we talked about the 30 bomb that Olga was able to pull out, but that was against different teams.
Yeah.
And not to down talk those teams, but comparing them to NAVI Javelins, lesser teams.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even comparing them to HSG, like HSG is head and shoulders above most of the other teams in their own region. So when they are having such an impressive performance, it's kind of to be expected. This is probably the only team from that region that could even come close to competing at this level. So with a little bit more time, a little bit more practice and exposure, I think we could see some really, really great things coming through from this team. But unfortunately for right now, and again, like you mentioned, onboarding this new player from Brazil, speaks Portuguese, and this is a multilingual team already, right? You've got a player from Hong Kong, you've got a player from China, I think there's 2 Malaysian players, and then of course the Portuguese player, and that's 4 different languages. So they have to come in English. Everyone has to be capable of comming at that level, but you're still trying to make that synergy. And remember that Olga is not the only new player. We talk about her because she was the big move, but they actually replaced 2 players coming into the qualifier. So there's a lot going on for this team.
Yeah, I mean, Nera coming in is... It's good. I mean, I think she's actually proven herself so far. She's actually been really proficient in the angle she's been playing and just backing up her teammates exactly where she needs to. And I think just overall HSG so far, they've they've got their foot in the door, but at the moment, NAVI are definitely slamming the door shut, trying to push them down into obviously the lower bracket here and see if they're going to be able to do absolutely anything. And I mean, NAVI, they had such a good road here. Obviously, in Group B, they came first. They won almost all their maps aside from one. Almost the perfect track history for them. And the fact that they won, I think it was 180 rounds out of almost 300 rounds. It's just absolutely ridiculous on that front. And it was a long season of Impact. It was probably the best we've seen so far, the most competitive, especially in the EU scene and like NA as well. And we're going to be seeing all these teams showing up. And that's kind of the point I'm getting to as well, is that HSG, they've obviously bringing OLGA, that's a whole different play style. When we see, like, and when we've casted the South American games, their play style compared to North America or even Europe is very different.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, South American and EU is kind of touching on certain points, but South American is very aggressive. Like their Inferno compared to any other map from other teams is vastly different, very more aggressive from them. So it's I'd love to be like a fly on the wall in some of their tactical conversations of like, OLGA's like, yeah, just hold W.
We have a new strat, OLGA go kill. So far, it's not quite working out the way that they would have wanted. And I must say, like, I know the desk spoke about Furia. That's really huge, not having them here. But, like, Saints. Saints was at a few of those lands as well, and Saints are nowhere to be seen. You think about a team like Ninjas in Pajamas, who, that's not an upset. They weren't, competing at the highest level previously, but they beat Nigma in the group stages. So they are incredible. They're such a good team. And when it came down to, I believe it came down to the head-to-head, and that was why they didn't make it into the playoffs and into or qualification rather. So, I mean, there's so much talent, and all of the teams have been improving. You look at Shimmer, who are here now, where Saints would normally have been, and while they're a team of players who have played in the scene previously, as a unit, they've never been able to compete at this level. In fact, I don't think any of those players have ever played on a LAN, and yet, they come together or not in a LAN recently, I would say, but they come together and they perform incredibly well and they make it all the way through here. So the talent is continuously growing, it's improving, and I think that one of the biggest issues that HSG has at the moment is that in their own region, they're untested. Yeah, and
that's not just like a singular issue as well. It's the same for every region. The fact that we look at, obviously, Flycrest Red. Make sure I get that right now. They're such a fantastic group of players. Goose and the rest of them, obviously KO and everyone else. KO Slay, rather. Absolutely fantastic players. But as I've said to Goose Rooter, like in private as well as on this in broadcast, is that they need other teams to play against, and this is why these LAN events are so crucial. And here we go, diving back into the action. HSG versus NAVI Javelins. This is the first side, one of the third to last round. Let's see if HSG are going to be able to pull out the next 3.
It's just upgraded pistols, so it'll take a little bit of a miracle to bring out this one. But if they can get 2 more rounds, they'd be in a really, really good spot into the next half. But of course, NAVI not looking to let that one happen. They've really slowed down the pacing here. Hedja was talking about it a little bit earlier on the desk. They do play a slightly more passive play style, but they've kind of hit the brakes here. You never really know what to expect with a pistol. It could be a rush. It could be something crazy. So take your time, get some of that early space, get some of that early information, and then play off of that.
Yeah, as unfortunate as tech pauses are, or just in general, they can create some spicy moments, and this is, potentially where we might see it. OLGA faces off against them, stays alive. 5-7 is not a gun you want to be shooting at that distance, I will say. You'll tickle your enemies. Close proximity like she is at the moment. Near scaffolding is perfect. Lena going to be peeking around. The head might get shown. The information's going to be there. The shots ring true. OLGA with the first kill. Does she go hungry? She does. And she gets fed but a whole load of lead. And OLGA does fall. She did her job, though. More than potentially could be expected. Upgraded pistols now here for the retake. There is a kit on there. She's going to pull out anything. Flash is going to be coming through as well. Angelica's going to be playing up aggressive against the smoke as well. The spray comes through. The shots from vicu should be rather easy. Nair with one, but the trade is just so quick. GFI for the headshot. The USB can't quite connect the second shot, but the damage, you know, 2 players. But unfortunately, both of those players almost have 8k in the bank.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? We're at that too little too late point in terms of economical damage. I always say never do maths on stream, but I'm fairly confident in saying there's 2 rounds left in this half. And there's very little time here to break bank. So what HSG need more than anything, more than round damage, more than anything else, is to actually win rounds. And they do have their AWP back on the board. Hazel has been pretty good with it. She's currently top fragging on the server as well, but we need more. We need these players to step up. Oh, there you go.
We may have missed it, but she got the first kill onto Lena. Down over towards that ramp position. Absolutely beautiful. Now up it towards mid. She swings. She misses. She falls. The crucial part of the puzzle that HSG needed to stay alive falls, and so does GFI. These players are like dominoes as Argent finds one, but can't find any more. Absolutely destroyed, but there's still a chance. OLGA now still alive at the moment. They both have kits. Nade. It's going to get delivered. LETi. Oh, it's just too far away. Doesn't take any damage. vicu dropped down a little bit. I mean, it's at this point. Are we going to be seeing the first save?
Second.
Second save. I can't count.
Never do maths on stream.
Quick math.
Quick incorrect maths. We need Newt. He needs to come do the maths for us.
Yeah, if you could just, you know, pop on whenever I need him, that'll be beautiful.
That'd be great. Just like there's an abacus on his desk. If you could just come and like do the maths for us.
Actually, you know what? That'd be perfect for me. That's about my level.
You're not wrong.
Well, it's a good save, at least, having these 2 rifles, but it's a little bit late in the day. If they could get the 5th round on the board after this one, it'd be great, but their economy is not supporting that.
This is the problem, right? I mean, you said you wanted NAVI to get at least 9. Well, they made it up to 10, and it's last round and a half. 2 guns saved. One of them is the AWP, and Hazel did manage to get that opening shot, which was fantastic, but unfortunately there's very little follow-up, and I think this has also been one of the big problems here. There's been some decent util usage, there's been some really good shots. There's the shot we missed. Beautiful peek there. But unfortunately it felt like the support from the rest of the team, the, you know, pivoting off of those moments has just been a little bit lackluster here on the CT side.
Hazel again on the AWP. I'm excited, but vicu too, holding this angle. She might get a chance to hit the shot, and, well, as soon as you give her a chance, she'll take it, snap it up. Early kill, exactly what they want. Has been a pain in the ass for them. She's taken a few players down very early, like, was it Hanker? I think kept on dying for her rifle early on. Anka's been a bit of I can't even say a weak link or anything in the team. She's been playing her role perfectly, and NAVI have been able to gather so much information thanks to her position over towards B stairs. It's been absolutely beautiful. They've been able to pace themselves accordingly, play aggressive, been able to take over these angles.
And again, NAVI just never playing too overconfident. Always gotta give respect to whatever team you're playing against. So they're clearing angles, they're clearing sandbags, 2 pieces of util. You can't be too sure. You want to secure this round as quickly as possible. And HSG gonna start moving into position here. Some spam shots coming through from OLGA. Maybe it connects, maybe it doesn't. Unfortunately, not to be the case. 4 versus 5 here, and this is so important for HSG.
Yeah, that initial damage can do a lot, especially for the rifles, but unfortunately it does not connect like you talked about. OLGA playing a little bit more aggressive over towards scaffolding and lane, but unfortunately going to lose her life. Angelica pushed up. OLGA dropped down, but the molly burns her alive. The bomb denied. Unable to get that plant initially. vicu just holding the top end at the moment, waiting for anyone to peek up in towards heaven. She drops away though as the smoke fades. She takes a shot, but she's going to get some fire over towards her now. Misses a lot, but eventually going to be able to pick up the pill. The bomb looking to get planted, but the USB in hand! The time! How's that happened?
They had a kit. They defused. That...
Okay, well, we're going to go into a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half very soon.
If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me to take flakes. Bought that, ops to the brakes, draw back. Paddock on my wrist, I'ma hit him with a drip drip. They gon' pay the VIP to get a pic with me. I'm a star, brand new keys to the car. I'm the boss and the king of the czar. Got me so high, so addicted. Telling me I'm the only queen of his heart. Yes, I let it co-star. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goal. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goal. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma be the best. You can bet I got the recipe. Mastermind, creator of this high vibe energy. Only thing I'm loyal to is building a legacy. So quit testing me. Lot of commas in the bank, I'm a provider. Tell the amateurs stay in their lane, ain't no outsider. Bought a mansion in LA, right next to Mariah. Write a song, get filthy paid, price going high. Yeah, I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goal. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goal. Yeah. It takes a lot to be the best.
A 10-5 half. It was looking like 11-4, but a great little bit of util usage. So just to clarify, folks, the bomb was not planted. There was a lot of chaos going on there. Time ran out, and HSG managed to clutch themselves a 5th round. But now they're on that T side. This is where we expect OLGA to really shine.
See if they can do exactly that. The shots are missed, and this is going to allow HSG to potentially play more aggressive. Up in towards that position. LETi mid, USB in hand. The flash is going to be raining out. NAVI want to finish this now. The headshot's ringing out. OLGA, she's dropped a little bit too early. Hanka and LETi, absolutely beautiful plays, but GFI snaps back to reality. Now GFI left alone. LETi going to be finding her partners in crime. And unfortunately, there's just a barrage of bullets that find her life.
No bomb planted. No extra little bit of cash. That is dire straits for the HSG squad. And this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see OLGA take that aggressive position, but angles weren't adequately cleared. So she gets that first kill, but she's very, very quickly traded out. And then players just start falling left and right. And that's going to be yet another round on the board here for NAVI. And of course, this force is going to come through. They've got so much to play with into this next round. Yeah,
and I mean, obviously that last round we saw before we went into the second half, the bomb didn't get planted because of a fantastic defense from HSG. But let's see if HSG can bring anything from this round with Glocks. Or if Lena's going to be farming house with the MP9, which looks to be the case. With one, as LETi does get the trade-off, but lots of money in the bank for them. NAVI with the 12th round, this is looking very convincing for them. Even if, you know, that last round, like I was saying, before the end of the first half.
Because NAVI has been pretty good at getting bomb down before the duels start. So it was really well played from HSG, but unfortunately losing that first round in the half here, they are going to force into this one after losing the second as well. And this could be last chance saloon to try and turn things back around.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a decent amount of utility on them, good execution capability, the rifles as well. Obviously, Neris in on that Galil, down to 26 HP though. Lena and her trade-off. Now it's just making sure her teammates don't have a backstab. They put all the rifles, the main rifles, into more aggressive positions, and she's just holding up the rear at the moment over towards ramp. Oh, the utility just coming out from Na'Vi. This bonus round could be one of the final nails in the coffin. Smoke, good counter. Again, slows down the gameplay. We're at a minute left. So you have to wonder, I mean, HSG want to find some kind of opening here.
I mean, this is surprisingly slow for HSG. This is one of those regions where you see a little bit more of that aggression, particularly with a player like OLGA. So clearly they've put a lot of work into changing up some of their play style, trying to take some of that early space. But Na'Vi, I mean, look at their positioning. They're not moving. They're holding the line, just waiting it out. This is a sign of a very, very seasoned team.
Well, over towards ramp they go. Lena. It's going to be burning up scaffolding. Oh wait, that's in play now. But off towards ramp, we see HSG go. vicu, good position as well. Lena going to be playing aggressive. Counter smoke has been put into play. Oh, good grenade damage as well. vicu's going to be dropped down low now. Has to clean his angles. Gets the shots. Opens it up. Spray into the smoke. Finds a lot of damage. And they protect the bomb planter with perfection without losing a single player. OLGA tagged down to 9 HP thanks to the headshot ringing out from vicu, but she's still alive. 3v5. Na'Vi, yeah, this has to be a save. Save these rifles. Live to fight another day. Don't get into that mentality of, oh yeah, let's just finish this.
Yeah.
Do not get into that position, otherwise you will trip and fall.
Yeah, we see that so often as well. And this is what we're saying, right? A seasoned veteran team understands their limitations, understands their abilities. They're going to pull back. They're going to hold on to some of that weaponry. I think some of these were so unfortunate, right? Like, you see OLGA take a chunk of damage through space, but not able to clean that up, not able to secure that player advantage. And there were a couple moments like that, and HSG did a very good job of controlling the space, getting it onto the site, and as you said, right, protect the bomb planter, make sure that no one can swing out and get that shot. You know, stop that from coming through. So very, very well played there. I like this new slower play style. I like that they're, you know, being a bit more careful about how they approach the site.
You could see it was very methodical. They were poking and prodding. They realized, obviously, like B, they were very much denied it, so they had to go for a bit of a faster play over towards ramp, and that made sense. They managed to open it up and able to take that win there. This time around, though, Hanka, she was aggressor here last time in the last half. This time she has to be the defender. 6-12, 6 rounds behind. HSG trying to pry open this door that Na'Vi are looking to just shut down. Good smoke coming through. Hanka peeking around the corner. Not making any real connections until now, but has to now back off again. Short-lived aggression. Good flashes, good counter smokes as well. This denial of time is so great, and we're almost down to 1 minute right off the bat. And Lena, this is not a position. Actually, no, you know, that smoke, they should have this angle on hold. You can see them through that wall there. Look good to clean this out, OLGA and co. But Nao's going to be the first one. Peeking through, loses her life. The trade is not there in time. They lose 2.
Oh, and that's all the information given over towards Na'Vi that, hey, there's been a rotation. This bomb has completely changed direction. Perfect opportunity for Na'Vi to start to pivot.
This is Na'Vi's round to lose. vicu in perfect position. Smokes are going to be out. Maybe a fee can be found. No, she's still going to be in a good counter position. The spray comes through. She finds one, but now there's only one left. It's going to be GFI. Na'Vi looking to shut the door and get their 13th round on the board. 20 seconds. Bomb's not even in her hands at the moment. She has to find a kill right now. Otherwise, it's going to be over. There's a player going to be coming through behind as well. LETi going to be sitting up on the boxes. The aggression comes out. One trade. It's going to be... Well, though, it's going to be LETi. Great job from Na'Vi. Absolutely beautifully played. But HSG, I'm sorry, but that's a massive mistake. They did not check the angles correctly.
Yeah, they really didn't. I think it's so difficult because that is a bit of a 50-50 check. So you have to be precision perfect. The problem is the fact that 2 players die here. Like, that should not have happened. That should have been an instant trade back. And that loses them. The fact that 2 players get killed and then she gets trade means there's at least 3 players there. So it's like, oh yeah, bombs change direction, guys. And Na'Vi have all the information in the world to change things up. That is unfortunate, and HSG really needed that round because they're starting to slip behind a little bit here. They've got a bit of cash to force into this one, but into the next round, that loss streak isn't really going to tide them over as well as they'd like. And, well, Na'Vi, I mean, they're just sitting pretty.
OLGA's gotten into an aggressive position, finds one, flicks on to the head now. Angelico goes down, but Hanka, good for counter position, gets burnt alive. They know where she's at. At least you'd hope they do. No, clear. Nope, never mind. Hazel. Let's get the shot. We missed that, but it still happens anyway. LETi, but GFI down it towards mid. This is a shutdown we want, but LETi, she sneaks on through, gets the kill, denies the bomb plant, and from behind, it's going to be vicu playing aggressive, and LETi through the smoke as well towards Electric. What a player! What an absolute beast! Picks up the final kill there next to Electric.
Another incredible clutch coming through there again. And another round in the back pocket. Even with OLGA taking that aggressive stance, even when she manages to get opening kills, and this is a problem. Like Newt was talking about a little bit earlier during the stat it out, but she takes those opening duels and very often she's winning them. But even if that happens, if you are still losing when you have a player advantage, that is a serious problem that needs to be addressed.
Oh, pistols upgraded for HSG. Going to be short-lived, potentially. Lena takes a lot of damage, but stays alive. Thanks to the help of her teammates coming through with the mollies. A headshot hit, but traded off. There's the last one left alive. Hits the damage, but not quite the last shot there. As 4 HP is remaining on that player as we go through to potentially the final round.
Yeah, match point, yeah. Remember, folks, this is a best of one. This is the only opportunity to secure yourself a spot in the winner match. Of course, NAVI are looking to secure that one. I've still been impressed with how HSG have managed to do so far. It would have been nice if they could have wrangled a few more rounds out of it, but hopefully it's not over just yet. They have one last chance to give themselves that stay of execution. They only need to win a few rounds to keep themselves in this one. And as we said, right, losing that round, it's going to put Cash in a bit of a tight spot for them. Not too sure how good this buy is going to be. Of course, it's going to be a force. And it could be a bit shaky.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if HSG are going to be able to pull this one out of the bag. They're going to have to win 9 rounds in a row. That is going to be a tall order.
Herculean task?
Yeah, I think so. I would love it if they're able to do this. If we could see overtime, it would be brilliant. Absolutely hilarious to see that in the first matchup here. OLGA playing aggressive, holding W. She wants to find these initial kills. Molly comes out. Is Hanka going to be countering it? It's going to be vicu looking to get burnt alive. Hanka's still in a great position at the moment, waiting for them. But it's going to be vicu coming in. AWP, Hanka gets struck down, denied, sent packing. Angelico in towards mid, finds Neo. GFI looking to go in for the counter. LETi's going to get tagged down to 8 HP. GFI, though, pincered between 3 different players. It just wasn't going to happen. Now, the last stand. Hagen and Hazel, last 2 left alive at the moment. Hazel, right off the bat, loses a lot of HP. HSG looking to get sent packed. There we go. Lena, she packs the bag up for them. Absolutely beautifully played. 16-6.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate one, I think, for HSG. Opening match here at Impact Dallas for them. For everyone, really. And to come through with a devastating defeat. But like we said, right, NAVI was hands down the most powerful team that we're going to come across here in the groups or in the best of ones. So